Hey guys, back for kind of picking up where we left off in class. I'm going to be working on that worksheet, and I don't think this will be a super long lesson, but a real important way to go about solving problems is this unit factor method. So I want to spend a little bit of time doing that, but I know you need jokes. Here we go. More of a riddle than a joke. What building has the most statues? I said that wrong. I'll say it again. What building has the most stories? Let me get that right. What building has the most stories? The answer is the library. Do you like that one? Okay, and here's the other one. Why did the man dance in front of the bottle? Because it said twist to open. Twist to open. Twist is a dance. Okay, so where I'm at, guys, is I'm going to pick back up where I left off in class. So I'm picking up on this handout that says dimensional analysis. Okay, so I'm going to pick up there, and I just want to show you this technique and just write what's behind me here in doing these. And right now, because I'm going to be, with doing these problems, I'm going to be using this handout as well, which I told you on any quiz or test I'll let you use. On test days, I'll make a copy of it, but you can always use that. So the steps in doing this, number one, you have your setup. So you have your starting point and your ending point with the unit, with a number and a unit to start with, the unit to end with. So you do the setup, kind of the beginning and the end. Then you connect them by the units. So you have a conversion factor, kind of looks like a division sign. And the units you start with go on the bottom, the units you end with on top. And then you go to the numbers, and that's where you're going to be using this. And the final thing is to calculate. And so I'm hoping that you guys will be doing this on your calculator when you come to class on Wednesday and Thursday. You will have done this. So I am back on this handout. I did 1 and 2 in class. So I'm going to pick up on our A and B, I should say. So I'm going to pick up on letter C. So again, I'm just going to do a few of these, and then hopefully for class you will try some more. And then if you have questions, we will work some more in class on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so I start with 112.2 pounds. And I want to convert to kilograms. Okay, so what I'm doing here is the setup. So my starting point and my ending point. So then I do the units. So in the units, pounds go here and kilograms go there. And I do that so pounds cancel out. So the units I start with go on the bottom, units I end with go on top. And I do that so I cancel out the unit I want to get rid of, and I get into the unit that I want. So I did the units. Okay, now I'm going to do the numbers. Okay, so the numbers is when I go here, and I'm going to look up what number goes with kilograms and what goes with pounds. And it says for every 1 kilogram, there's 2.2046 pounds. Okay, so I did the setup, I did the units. Now I put in the numbers, and the final thing I'm going to do is calculate. So what I do on my calculator is I'm going to take the number on top and I'm going to multiply across. So I have 112.2 times 1, which of course isn't going to change anything, but then I'll divide down. So multiply across and divide down, then divide by 2.2046, and that gives me what it says on, this is what it says on my calculator. It says 50.89358614. So the final thing then is to round to the correct number of sig figs. And when you do that, that is based off the number you started with. It is not based on what is in here. These are what are called exact numbers, so they don't have significant figures. So since this has 4 sig figs, I want this to have 4 sig figs, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I look at the next number, just the next number, decide do I round up or down. This I would round down, so I have 50.89. So that would be the answer to letter C. Okay, let me do one more, and then I'll let you guys try E through H. We'll check those in our next class. So D, what I start with is 3.54 liters, and I want to go to gallons. So there's my setup. Okay, now the units, so because I start with liters, I want liters on the bottom, and since I end with gallons, I want gallons on top. So I did the setup, then the units. Okay, now the numbers. So now I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to look up liters and gallons. And so for every 1 gallon, there's 3.7854 liters. So that came right from here, 1 gallon, 3.7854 liters. So now on my calculator, I'll go 3.54 times 1 divided by 3.7854, and my calculator says 0.93517197765. Well, this has 3 sig figs, so I want 3 sig figs, and the one tells me, or has me round down 0.935. Okay. And again, on number 1, I will let you guys try E through H, and we'll check those in class. Okay, so let's go to number 2. So it's kind of the same question. Which is more, 50 miles or 125 kilometers? So what I need to do is I need to get either the 50 miles into kilometers, or I need to get the 125 kilometers into miles. So then I can compare. So for number 2A, what I'm going to do, and I could have done it the other way, I'm going to take the 50 miles and I'm going to get those into kilometers. So it's the same principle. So there's my setup. So then my units, so then miles will go on the bottom again, so they'll cancel out, and kilometers will go on top. So what I start with on the bottom, what I end with on the top. And this, what I'm saying, is actually what I do even in AP chemistry or in our class. Whenever I'm struggling and things are bogging down, I always look at the units. I follow the units. Okay, so now I'm going to go here. And so for length, so for every 1 mile, there's 1.6093 kilometers. So my calculator, I'll go 50 times 1.6093, which gives me 80. And right in this, in terms of sig figs, this is what it would have been, 80. But the question now is, which is more? So is 50 miles, which is 80 kilometers, or 125 kilometers? Well, obviously that's less. So what is more here is the 125 kilometers. So on number 2A, what is more is the 125 kilometers. So what I did is I just got the units to agree. So I'm going to do the same thing on B. So I have 25 gallons or 100 liters. So I'm going to convert the, and again, I could have done it the other way, but I'm just going to convert the gallons into liters. So I'm going to put gallons on the bottom so they cancel out, and liters on top. And then I'm going to go here and I'll look at volume. And so for every 1 gallon, there's 3.7854 liters. So again, I did the setup, I did the units, I did the numbers, and now I calculate. So I have 25 times 3.7854 gives me 94.6 or 95. But now I compare. So what is more, 25 gallons or 100 liters? Well, 100 liters. 100 liters is more than 95 liters. And I'll let you guys try letter C and D. Okay, let me do 3A and B, and then I'll be done. So like I said, not a super long section of notes here today. Okay, this one, and to be honest with you, what's on number 3, we're not going to have that often. But what happens on number 3 is we have a unit in both the numerator and the denominator. And so for 3A, so I've got 50 miles per hour. And I want to convert these into kilometers per minute. So if I analyze this, I want to change the unit in the numerator from miles to kilometers, and the unit in the denominator from hours to minutes. Okay, so we've just been doing these. So I want to cancel out miles, so they go here, and kilometers go here. So I've canceled out miles, I've got into kilometers, so I did the setup, I did the units, so now the numbers, so I'm going to go here, and it says for every 1 mile, 1.6093 kilometers. And you know, if you looked right above it, you could have used 1 kilometer on top and 0.62137 miles. You would have got the same thing. But what's new in this problem is here there's a unit in the denominator. down here. And I want to go from hours to minutes. And if hours are on the bottom, I need to put them on the top so they cancel out. So this is just, all this is a process of canceling out the units and getting to what you want them to be in. So for 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. So then on my calculator, I'm going to multiply everything on top. So I'm going to go 50 times 1.6093, enter, divide by 60. And what I get, and I started with 3 sig figs. So 3 sig figs, I get 1.34. Okay, and again, these you may have questions because I know this is kind of confusing. You go, wait, there's an easier way to do it. And but this is going to be a process we're going to use a lot. Okay, and then let me do B. So $1.90 a gallon. I wish gasoline was $1.90 a gallon. And we want to get this in dollars per liter. So if you look at the units here, I don't want to change the unit in the numerator. It's dollars and dollars, but I do want to change the denominator. So I'm going to put gallons here, and I'm going to put liters here. So gallons cancel out. And so if you have a unit that you want to change in the denominator in your conversion factor, that's going to have to go on top. So then I go here and I look up gallons and liters. So for volume, so for every 1 gallon, there's 3.7854 liters. So my calculator, I'm going to go 1.9 divided by 3.7854 and to what I get to 3 sig figs. $502 per liter. Okay, so you guys can finish the handout. Now remember again, your labs are due on Wednesday, Thursday, and then the assignment that's due is right there. You can see that also on the calendar. We'll have another little quiz. So guys, keep up the good work. You got to be disciplined. You got to be in chemistry, you got to be staying up on things. So, hey, have a good day. I'll look forward to seeing you guys Wednesday, Thursday. Bye.